Do not buy a house in 2024 without watching this video. I am a real estate broker. I've been in real estate since 2006, and I know what 2024 has in store, and I'm going to share with you all the secrets. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. You gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that, yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that, let's fix that.
Buying a house can actually be the #1 vehicle for building wealth. I know there's all these gurus out here saying that you should not buy a house and buying a house is a terrible investment, but I'm gonna share with you the real facts. Home ownership has created generational wealth for families year over year and generation after generation. Literally, there have been people in my community that have been blocked from buying a home, and that is one of the reasons that there is such a wealth gap between the majority class and the minority class. I know that some people tell you that you should not buy a house and this, that, and the other, but the truth of the matter is if you look at the actual numbers, it's a great vehicle. Most of us aren't gonna save that money or put it into some investment or give it to some business, so you might as well put it into a home you already live in, and that's gonna be okay for most people, and it'll be something that you can pass down to your children and really create generational wealth. So let's talk about how you buy the right houses, and more importantly, what's going on in 2024, because again, the market is what dictates the strategy. Let's get into it. #1, the Federal Reserve is slated to do 4 rate adjustments in 2024. They've already announced it. It's already out there. I'll show you the article. Literally, there are scheduled to be 4. They're not exactly going to tell us what those rate adjustments are going to be, but we all have the prediction that they are going to be stabilizing the rates, which means they're going to be going down ever so slightly and ever so slowly as a periodic thing. The reason why they are doing this is because the real estate market and interest rates really cooled down the market. However, we had a limited supply of inventory, not many people listing their homes for sale, so with the really high interest rates and the really high prices, it made affordability almost none for most people. The Federal Reserve recognized this and have made plans in 2024 to start reducing rates so that more people will be able to buy houses and make it a little bit more affordable. But let me tell you a few other things that are going on in the market that you really need to know so that you can plan your strategy accordingly. This has been 10 years in the making. 𝗚 Coaching is ready for a big change, and you are going to love every moment of it. I have something special for you. Get ready, because here we go. Right now, we have unemployment rates of less than 4%. Therefore, the economy is considered to be in a strong position. I know for some of us, it may not feel like that, but generally speaking, the economy in the United States is doing well. So what that means is that with homes being priced higher and people working more, people will still need to buy homes. Therefore, the government needed to make sure that they are incentivizing people to purchase homes because this is a big part of our economy. So when rates are being reduced, this will increase the number of people that will get back into the market looking to buy a home. But let's talk about the other thing that's going on in the market that you need to be aware of. #2, suburbs are on the rise. We see home builders building in suburbs in large numbers year over year. And this can be a good thing, but it also could be a bad thing. So let's talk about what that means. More homes, larger homes with everyone having their own little space are really in demand. However, the average, or I should say the median home price in America right now is around $430,000. For many, that sounds like a really lot of money, and it is definitely way up. However, listing volume, meaning the amount of people that are listing their home for sale, is down by 20%. So that means we have less supply, and what the Federal Reserve is going to do, that is going to increase the demand. That is a good thing. However, should you be buying homes in the suburbs? We're going to talk about that in just a second. #3, branded residences. Another major area of construction are branded residences. For example, companies like the Hilton or Embassy Suites are literally, or the Westin and Aston Martin, these really big companies are actually buying residences and branding them with different amenities, and that construction development is on the rise. I'm going to tell you, Noel Randall, as a licensed real estate broker in the state of Florida, this is not something I think that you should be investing in 2024 for most people. I think that these properties, for the most part, are very overpriced, and the amenities that they offer are not worth the money, especially since you're locked in for a fee that you have to pay when you own that property, and there is no way out of you paying those fees, and you have no control over what those fees are. So say, for example, you wanted to buy a condo and you wanted to buy it in this really nice building, and it's a Aston Martin or Porsche is the one sponsoring it. Well, guess what? The condo fee may start off at $500 a month, but they could easily double it the next year, and then the next year, and then the next year, making it completely unaffordable for you. And this is not a great investment long term, being honest with you. I'm not sure why this development is growing in such a fast number, but it is not an area of development that I recommend in 2024. Now, over time, we may see how these residences and these developments play out, but right now it is a fairly new type of complex, and it's a new development in real estate. Yes, this has existed, but it's really growing and more developers, so we really don't have enough data to see if this is going to be a great thing long term. The data that I show from right now does not show that it's a great investment. Again, with all of the fees, all of the HOA, all of those amenities, they cost a lot of money, and it is not worth the value, especially based on the usage. Most people really don't use all of those amenities. Let me keep going. HOAs and CDDs. HOAs, homeowners associations, and then CDDs are community development districts. So these are districts that have these developments that have these extra taxes, and they have these fees that you must pay in order to live in those communities. And in many cases, there are deed restrictions on who you could sell the property to, what you can do with the property, and this is very popular in the suburbs. As I mentioned earlier, suburban development is on the rise, and most new homeowners are wanting to buy homes in the suburbs. But I will warn you that you want to be closer to highways. Going way out into these really, really suburban areas that are further and further away from the city and really, really far out makes a less marketable property. You may absolutely love that property, but remember, real estate is an investment. So one of the key things that you want to make sure when you are buying a home is that you buy a home that you could easily sell. You don't want to buy a home in the middle of nowhere where you drove 20, 30 miles away from the home, from the highway just to get to your home. This is not going to be as marketable long term. Basically, what you have is cheap land, big house. And when it comes to real estate, you really want to look down, not up. In other words, you want to look at the value of the land, and the closer you can get into the city, closer to development, closer to the highways, that is where you want to purchase homes. So all of these developments way out in the suburbs with these high HOAs and these CDDs where they're charging you to bring the utilities and the public works out there, those are not going to be your best investments, especially in 2024, because we are coming out of a slower year in 2023 in the real estate market. So here's the solution. Stick with distressed homes. I became a millionaire in real estate by going after people that had some type of property problem. Maybe they were behind on their mortgage payment. Maybe they were bankrupt, divorced, and there was some issue that I could buy that property at a discount. That is still the #1 strategy that you should be using, especially in this 2024 market. You literally can start marketing for people that are behind on their payments or in probate or they got foreclosed, and get properties at a discount where you automatically come into the home with equity. You in some cases can take over their mortgage payments, so you don't have to check your credit, you don't have to apply for a loan, you don't have to fix your credit. You literally can get that property in your name and turn someone's liability into an asset for yourself. If you have any questions on how to get this done and you're wanting coaching, please go to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. I literally have an application where you can fill out and see if we can talk to you and work with us and your team to help you build your real estate portfolio. 2024 is going to be an amazing year for real estate, but there are going to be a lot of traps that people can fall into where they buy properties that are not going up in value the way that they should. Real estate is an amazing investment. I've made tons of money, and I want to help you. Go to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, fill out the application, and maybe you can get on the phone with me and my team, and we can see what we can do to help you. I just want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle, to your success.